I have no intro. Today I'm gonna talk about fashion and dysphoria, which is obviously a big topic in the modern world, since we're all constantly thinking, what should we be wearing? What should we be doing in order to be noticed? In order for us to feel comfortable in our shoes, to feel comfortable in our clothes as well. So I was thinking that there's a lot of trans guys which do guides and a lot of trans guys which follow these guides. So I figured, why not discuss it? And really, why not? So basically, there's a lot of guides on how to dress up, how to minimize your hips, how to exaggerate other features, how to make yourself more handsome, how to do anything really. And I was thinking about it that I actually really dislike those videos, so it's kind of quite hypocritical of me to do one, but this is an anti-suggesting video. So, why do I dislike them? I dislike them because they put you in a box. They think that everyone has the same body shape, they think that everyone exercises, and they think that everyone will do the absolute same. And that's not the case. I've never followed those guys, I think. The most I did was freak out about them. Like, what the fuck am I doing? And it was about that. So I wanted to talk that usually these guys are quite toxic because they put us in this cookie cutter shape, which I've discussed a lot, and a lot, and a lot. And it's not even about, biting into stereotypes, which I think people really overdo, because there's nothing wrong with being a stereotype. It's just the way you do it and the way you act like it, the way you perceive it, the way you police other people for it, and the way you expect other people to be. So I've been noticing that everyone kind of is really jumping on this whole trend of hips recently. And I understand that I'm not a skinny guy, right? So I don't have the trouble where they kind of stick out, and I got quite lucky with the fact that I pass. So you can say, Jamie, you're yelling from your passing mountain. Like, don't judge us or whatever. But the problem is that I was there with you. I was judged for not being masked enough. Everyone gets judged for something. Everyone gets bullied for something, everyone does something, and in the end you have to change your behavior or reevaluate who's in the right, who's in the wrong, if people are being bullies, if you're being the bully. So, I wanted to say about hips. Yes, you can use clothing which will minimize them, right? But you shouldn't go bonkers. Or I've seen a lot about facial feminization, facial masculinization surgeries. I believe that's what they're called. And I wanted to say that if you do it please for yourself rather than what other people are telling you. Because I remember I read about the recent Team 10 scandal. Yes, shout out to Team 10. And someone was saying that, how was it? It was the girls got kicked out because they didn't get facial feminization surgery yet. It's like, what the hell? This doesn't make them less girls. So neither does it make it less of a trans guy if you have wider hips, because a lot of guys have wider hips. A lot of guys have wider chests. A lot of guys have chests. Actually, if you're a guy, you have a chest, that's a guy's chest. I'm sorry. We're all in the queue, or most of us are in the queue to get rid of them. And even I feel dysphoric on some days. Like today, I bought this vest, and then I was like, oh my god, yes, it's covering my chest. But it made me question myself, am I giving a name to my dysphoria? And where is the line? Where is the goddamn line? Because you can go bonkers with dysphoria. You can start thinking from anything to I'm gonna start doing 12 push-ups a day to minimize my stomach, and so that I don't know, my hips will go smaller. And I've actually had a lot of discussion with like psychologists and everyone who, or even like grinder dates, who told me, dude, you need to start working out to be more manly and macho. And I was like, what? And that automatically makes me like block you or anything, because I don't get it. Or like judgment for makeup as well. I've had the I've had that recently, and the gym one was either a bit before I think it was a bit before I started taking. So my point is, people shouldn't police you. You shouldn't police people. Says people shouldn't police you for the love of God. But they do, and you have to grow a thick skin, because one day you will wake up and you'll feel better. I can't explain why does it happen or how it happens, but when you wake up and you're passing, it's the best feeling ever. But even when you do pass, you get terrified, you get scared, like, oh my god, what if I won't look good in this? What if I won't pass? Like, I was thinking, like, I recently started wearing more makeup onto the street and I still get scared. Or like, I have like these super bright eyes nails, and I'm running them for my tea appointments because I need to do a checkup. Or like I dyed my hair as well, and it's really hard. And I even get shit for that, just because I'm white, for fuck's sake. And it's like, bro, have you seen that in videos? Do you forget I'm Russian? Do you forget I'm Russian? No? Anyway, I'll try to stop ranting. I got the message. But the point is, you really need to start wearing what you feel comfortable in. And what you feel comfortable in is a fine balance between stereotypes, what you want, and what you feel comfortable. So I understand that it's quite a hard balance to find, but it's something essential, because if you just play on dysphoria, you're just gonna end up looking unhappy. If you just end up wearing stereotypes, is that really who you are? And, well, if you have the courage to wear whatever the fuck you want, then, you know, that's amazing, that's great. But none of us are there yet. I still find the male section at times really boring. And I sneak into the female and then I don't know what to do there. The sizes are weird and everything. Because I quite fit into the men's section, thankfully. And I'm in Europe, and from what I understand, it's quite difficult to find jeans in the US, which sounds very, very odd. But again, I'm in Europe, so I can't comment, I can't say. Also, I got a new palette, which I saved up, so yay. If you haven't noticed. And it came in a bundle, so, but I kind of like to keep makeup a bit separate than like me just doing looks rather than discussing it. But maybe in the future, if anyone's interested, please tell me. So you need to find a fine balance and then do whatever the fuck you want out of it. Yeah, and in the words of Frank Ocean's wise mom, don't try to be someone else, be yourself. And everyone kind of says that, so it's not really just Frank Ocean's mom. So you have to let yourself be you, because no one else is going to do it for you. Obviously, you're going to find family or friends who will support you to be you, but your biggest support will always be yourself. Very often. So you gotta find peace, you gotta accept yourself, you gotta do whatever the fuck you want at the same time. Because you're asking allowance from yourself. And I'm trying to be positive in this video. Which is different. And nice for a change, I guess. I know I'm quiet, I'm literally just like applying highlighter. Also, since I'm done the makeup part, I want to say that you don't have to be perfect. Because you already are. And that was me. That was me being positive. And I really hope that everything goes well for you. Thank you.